Hey, what's up, everybody? It's TGIF Friday, and yeah, y'all, I'm headed on into work. Got a long day ahead of me, but I speak it to be a productive day. Yes, and I might take y'all with me later on this evening. I got a little few errands to run, and it's movie night for me and Mr. Silver Fox. But before that time comes, I got some stuff to do. Anyway, I know y'all said, why does she talk like that? Yeah, I told y'all years ago, I like to do different voices. It's my excited voices. Anyway, y'all listen, I wanted to get on this morning and talk about, ooh, that sun is bright. And I don't know if I can tell, I blew my hair out a little bit. I stretched it a little bit more than normal, so it looks a little bit longer. But y'all, I really wanted to talk about, y'all know Tyrese Gibson, actor, singer, and many other things. He has a girl, little girl, I think she's 10. Anyway, he's made it no secret that he's had issues with the baby mama. Well, y'all know he's married now. He's actually got a son on the way. Anyway, he recently, he's just posted a video, a very heartfelt video about what he's going through with his daughter's mother, and that so I don't know all the story. Something went down where he disciplined her for something that she did. I don't know if he spanked her, put her in time. I don't even know honestly the gist of what the discipline action that he took. So he discussed it with the mother. He told the mother, you know, she did X, Y, and Z, and this is what I did, A, B, C. And apparently it didn't sit well with the mother, so she immediately took out a restraining order on him, and he had not seen, I think to date, he has, since 9/11 of this year, 2017, he has not seen or had any contact with his daughter in lieu of the baby mama, you know, putting out a, you know, restraining order. And like I said, I don't, you know, he gave a heartfelt video. He made a video discussing this. He was very, very upset. And again, he named the baby's mother by name, and he said, you know, please don't take my baby from me. You know, I'm giving you $13,000 a month. What more do you want? You know, that's my heart. I think his daughter's name is Shayla. And he was saying that, you know, that's my heart. How could you do this? And, you know, like I said, I don't know all the details and the ins and outs. There's always two sides to every story. I just want to just say this, because I do have a son who has to deal with, you know, he has a daughter from another woman that is not his wife, and we all get along very well. But I know that there was some times where children, God knows in the morning, I'm gonna be honest with you, I know as parents we want the best for our children. When we get mad with the spouse, when you're trying to co-parent and all that kind of stuff, it's hard. It pisses you off as a female when you don't get your child support or whatever. And unfortunately, some of us, and when I say some of us, I'm just talking about women in general, they will use those children to punish the father for non-child support, or or let's say the man is jealous that the woman's moved on, or the woman's jealous that the man's moved on. I mean, there's a bunch of technicalities involved. But one thing I've learned just with my own granddaughter, let me tell you something. They just want to see their parent. They just want to see their daddy. They just want to see their mommy. All that technical stuff about he didn't pay child support and this and that and the other. Listen, children will sit on a stoop all day long waiting on their parent to come and see them. And then that's a whole nother video where you got some parents that don't even show up. But week after week, they, you know, whatever, however the custody is and who and how you see the child and where you're supposed to meet up at. All that. Let me tell you something. That child is interested in seeing that parent. Now, we as adults, we're pissed off because they didn't do what they were supposed to do, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, those children, for the most part, they just want to see their daddy. They just want to see their mommy, whatever the case may be. Whatever the spectrum in that it's on. But my heart just went out. And you know, like I said, I have a son and I have a soft spot for men and women. Because I, too, am a mother that had a child. And, you know, my parents had to help me raise my son and all that good stuff. But I'm going to tell you, I think what I wanted to just speak on in general, men and women, don't use your children as pawns to keep your children from that man or from that woman, because y'all just couldn't make it as a couple. So do the best you can to be co-parents, and just do the best you can. And I know our children are our heartstrings. They're very, that's an emotional, touchy. Oh, talk about mama bear and daddy bear come out when they do wrong by your children. Oh, listen, I know it. You know, but again, I don't know the full story other than that I was just listening to his video and I thought, oh my God, you know, it happens to you know, when that court gets involved, I'm telling you know, I watch Marriage Boot Camp, and I can't even think of the judge's name. Her name escapes me this morning. But anyway, it's the judge that does the divorce court. Is it Judge Toller? Anyway, she appears on the show Marriage Boot Camp, and that's just a show I love, because you get to hear people talk about real issues. Like I was saying when we did that live video, honey, let me tell you something. A lot of Christian women, we talk about, you know, who do you think about sex before marriage? Everybody want to know the rules. Listen, let's not even play with that. We know it's wrong to have sex before marriage and all that good stuff. And I don't look for Tanya, Lady T, to give you permission to sin. That's your own lot. You deal with that. I'm not burning, so it's not something that my mind is on, honestly. Am I a woman? Do I want to be able to do that again? Oh, absolutely. But let me tell you something. When you're not focused on that because you know it's not for you at this particular season in your life, then it shouldn't even be a focus. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Why would you want to? What difference does it make whether, you know, I think as Christians, and I know I'm going off in another direction, but let me just say this. My thing of it is, why do you know, we're so focused on the sex part and when we're going to have the sex, and we think that's the prize. Let me just tell you something. I've told y'all, sex is one of the best things God created, let me tell you. But let me tell you something. That ain't all of it. You got to get out of the bed sometime. Let me tell y'all something. What good if you know, you're a Christian and everybody's focused on the sex. The sex is going to be there. Let me just go and tell you that. Most marriages end in divorce. It ain't got nothing to do with the sex. Now, it might be because of infidelity, because on the other hand, you know, men and women, it's a sin. Check the scriptures. It's a sin for you to withhold from your husband. When your husband want to get a little nookie and vice versa, your wife. Now, unless you got something medically going on, we ain't talking about that. But, oh yeah. So, even on that part, for married folk who have all free reign, when you withhold from your spouse, oh yeah, that's not right. But anyway, I know I'm going all off on a tangent. But I said all that to say that as Christians, we don't need to miss it. We don't need to miss it that, oh, you know, all we worried about and sitting around is, when can we have sex? And I'm ready to do it. Well, then that means you're burning. So you might need to go on and do what you need to do. But my thing of it is, okay, I'm equally yoked with somebody. I'm so busy focused on when I'm going to be able to have sex. Okay, you're married. Okay, what's going on? Why would I want to have sex with a man? He don't treat me right. Why would I want to have sex with my husband and he talking to me all kinds of ways? Why do I want to have sex with a man and he, you know, embarrass me and belittle me in front of company? He ain't protecting, he ain't providing, he ain't praying with me, he ain't doing a whole lot of other stuff. And we worried about getting bumping and grinding, but he ain't doing all this, or she ain't doing it. She ain't studying cooking you an egg. She ain't studying cooking for your family. Every time you look up, you eating you know, spaghetti. And like I said, I'm just saying, what if? I don't want us as Christians to miss it. That we focus on that, and then we see so many people in the divorce because they don't communicate. They mad about your bad manners and you ain't communicating about it. Y'all want to go out in public and everything looks hunky-dory, but when you go in the house, you can't even live with one another. You can't even live peaceably with one another. You're mad because she wearing weave and hairs all over the house. Little stuff like that build up. Little bitty things build up, and it creates intolerances for one another. And you worried about sex. No, honey, you better start knowing how to communicate with one another. Being able to express to one another what your expectations are of one another. Because I'm going to tell you, the sex will be there. Y'all can bump and grind and bust it in and bust it out. He can break your back in, break it up, break it down, break it sideways. But honey, let me tell you something. That don't get the bills paid. That don't get a whole lot of stuff done. So look, as Christians, please don't miss that. Don't make your salvation be about when you're going to be able to do the nasty. And I hate to say, well, it's not really the nasty, but I mean, because God created it. But what I'm just saying is, we don't need to miss it. But anyway, that was a sidebar. I had to get that out, honey. But no, what I'm saying about with this Tyrese situation, I really, you know, women, men, please don't use your children like that. Now, again, I don't know if something seriously happened and she felt the need to do that. But I do know over the years, ever since that child has been born, they have had he pretty much stopped doing and taking jobs so he could fight for his daughter, for custody of his daughter in court. Now, I do remember that years and years ago. I mean, he had a problem, you know, again with his baby mama about that. And like, again, we're not on the inside. We don't know. He might have a slick mouth that we don't know nothing about, and she just is tired. I don't know all of that. But I think, again, when it comes to that court system, and going back to the point I was making about Judge Hatchett, let me tell you one thing, what she said that still sits with me right now. On one of the shows, she made a comment. She said, let me tell you something. Y'all better communicate and get it together as it relates to your children. She said, because I'm going to tell you, if you come to my court, I don't know you, I don't know your children, and I'm just going to make the best decision for your child from a state and a court standpoint. And so y'all the ones who love your children. Y'all the ones who have a relationship. She said, I don't know your children. I don't have a relationship with your children. Then the next person. So I'm not making a decision based on my love and emotion for your child. I'm making it based on, okay, we got two adults that ain't been able to figure it out or work it out. And sometimes the course is necessary because you got people who just straight up fools. I'm just going to say they just straight up fools, and you need the courts to step in to help you, because whatever parent they ain't gonna act right, they ain't gonna do right. So yeah, but I'm just saying, for me now, like I said, I don't know the full story. Seemed like to me, when you have involved fathers, and we know Tyrese to be an involved father, seemed like to me, why couldn't she have had a conversation? And I'm not saying it didn't happen. Again, just seemed like they should have been able to work that out for her, instead of her going to that extreme of putting a restraining order against this man. And now he's 2 months post not being able to spend time with his child. And this man, I mean, he broke it down. I mean, he was hurt. He was, oh my God. And like I said, I don't know the other side. It could have been something really serious, and maybe we'll find out later on, now that he's come public, you know. But anyway, like I said, I guess I'm just coming on here just to say, you know, love your children enough to respect as much as possible each spouse. Co-parenting is hard, you know. You know, my son is co-parenting with my oldest granddaughter, and you know, a lot of times I have to do a lot of running back and forth, and you know, dropping off and picking up, just so that my granddaughter has a balanced relationship with both parents, you know. And it may be an inconvenience for me, you know. I find myself sometimes on the weekend, I'm on the highway 2 and 3 hours, just taking her there and picking her up to help him, because, you know, he's working, and the way him and his wife is, they got a new baby, my new grandbaby, you know. She works night shift, he works day shift, so they don't have to pay for childcare, because, you know, when she at work, that, you know, my son's keeping her, and vice versa. So, you know, people do what they have to do to survive and you know, be most cost effective as possible. And so, you know, that's why they say something. Yeah, it takes a village to raise a child. It really truly does. But like I said, you know, I don't want to belabor the point other than to just say, wherever you can work things out, oh my God, please work it out. Work it out and remove your emotion, okay? I'm sorry, it just didn't work out. So, okay, y'all didn't work as parents. Excuse me, y'all didn't work as a couple. So just be the best co-parents you can be, and try to leave your feelings out of it. And yeah, fathers and or mothers, if you owe child support, it ain't free. It ain't free to raise that child. It costs money for that child to eat every day. It costs money to get clothes. Provide shelter, heat. It's a cost associated with that. So do right to the best of your ability and keep up on them child support payments, whether it be through the court or just a verbal agreement that y'all come. Be honorable and make sure that the mother of your children or the father of your children, whoever has full custodial, make sure that they get those funds to help raise your child. So anyway, oh, it just breaks my heart when people go through that kind of stuff, because it's so touchy. Oh, it's so touchy and emotional. And he got millions of dollars. So, you know, I don't know. I don't even, like I said, I don't even know. I hope he ain't getting on social media and just making it so one-sided that he ain't telling the truth and whole truth. Because, like I said, there's always two sides to the story. But anyway, I'm gonna keep that in prayer for him. I just really am. That all things work together for the good of both of the parents and the child. Whew, Lord have mercy. Anyway, y'all, that sun is bright, but that's all right. I'm getting that vitamin D between 9 a.m. and 12. Well, it's a little bit earlier than that, but anyway, y'all, God bless you. Have a fabulous Friday. And like I said, I may or may not get on this evening. I got some things to do. Just depends on what time I get out of the office today. Spend some time with Mr. Silver Fox. Yes, my baby. But anyway, y'all, I love y'all. Thanks for hanging with me for non-stop November, y'all. Let's do it. Anyway, love y'all. God bless. And may the peace of the Lord be with you. Bye.